Hey everybody, Zack with MZ Car Guys. This is a scale.
Zack, it's a stick with string on it.
Matt, we're on a budget. Shut up. Anyways, this represents what's wrong with electric cars. See, with a scale, anytime you put something on this side, it affects what's over here, normally negatively. This is a Honda Clarity Electric, and this is Honda's answer to trying to balance the scale. Now there's four major problems with electric cars: weight, charge time, range, and price. Now this gets 89 miles range, it charges in 3.5 hours, it weighs 4,200 pounds, and the price is just under $40,000. Now, one of the questions you're probably asking yourself is, 89 miles? Well, but the Chevrolet Bolt gets 220. A Tesla 100D gets over 300 mile range. Yes, but all of those have a problem with the scale. See, the problem with the Chevrolet Bolt is it's a subcompact hatchback with hardly any cargo space, with hardly any room in the rear. It's about the same price as this Clarity, and it takes 9 hours to charge on a level 2.
And it's got an interior built by GM, so we know what that means.
We'll go with that. Anyways, so when you're charging at 9 hours, neighbors with very loud cars. Anyways, where was I, Matt?
Charge time.
Charge time, yes. So charge time, one of the biggest things that a lot of companies want to look at is, well, like on this, it takes 3.5 hours to charge on a level 2, which is 240 volts. But on a level 3 DC fast charger, I can charge this thing up in an hour and a half, and in half an hour I can have 80% battery. But the problem with level 3s is, one, you gotta find one, and two, you gotta find one where the price isn't as much, or if not more, than the price of gasoline. So when you're dealing with your Chevrolet Bolt, which charges at 9 hours, or even your Tesla, which charges on a level 2 at close to 15 hours, then you have to really start thinking to yourself, then you have to really start thinking to yourself, well, what's the convenience of that? Because if you get somewhere and you have to charge there, then it becomes a matter of how long are you going to be there. The other thing is weight. Let me show you this car. I'm going to swing around over here, Matt. So this car in itself is a mid-sized car. It's a mid-sized sedan. You have room for 5 actual people. It's only half an inch shorter than a Honda Accord. Sorry about that. And you have an actual trunk space, which is huge, which you can fit actual stuff. Amazing. So the other thing is weight. A Tesla 100D Model X is almost 3 tons. The other problem is price. A Tesla is $150,000 plus. And if you're waiting on that Model 3, keep waiting. Now, one of the things with this car is you get a nice design, overall shape, which is aerodynamic. This car is not exactly what we call a looker, but then again, no one can be. So you get this overall shape, which Honda calls the birdback design. You're going to recognize this from the Hyundai Ioniq, the Prius, the Chevrolet Volt, anything else that is economical is going to have this particular shape, blah, 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 blah. But you're also going to realize that this overall shape, even though this is a little bit less designed, if you take a look at some of the high performance cars, you're going to see a side profile pretty much similar to this because it achieves the lowest drag coefficient.
Audi RS7, Porsche Panamera.
Yeah, sure. Now, one of the cool things with this is of what Honda did was they designed what was called the air curtain technology. Now, Honda has a really, really bad habit of talking about and designing really wonderful things and then giving them really bad names. So the air curtain technology, what it does is there's a vent in the front and it pops out right around the back tire, right around the front tire right there. Ignore the fact that I've curved these wheels really badly. Oh, Matt, Matt, don't zoom in on the curb. Oh, that's horrible. All right, stop, please. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I almost cried the time I did it. Anyways, so the air flows all the way back around the side, and then it comes into this little slit right here, and then it comes out right around here, right at the back of the tire, and then you have this interesting little design thing. Now, this is called a spat. I don't know why it's called a spat. They told us in the press training for this that it was called a spat, but they never really told us what a spat is.
It's an old-timey shoe covering that people put on their shoes so they wouldn't get muddy.
Matt, is the sun in your face?
A little bit.
Okay. I was wondering where you were squinting. I thought you were doing like a Clint Eastwood impression. Anyways, so the problem with aerodynamics, especially when it comes to tires, is wheels are the most unaerodynamic part of the car. Because with the rotation of the wheel, you get a lot of vortices on the side, and that really interrupts the airflow. So with this airflow, this air curtain technology that Honda has, air flows around the side of it, and it kind of cleans up what would be the bad airflow around the side. Didn't I just say that? I just said
Yeah,
that.
you did
I'm
that.
repeating myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
The GM EV1 had the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, taking a look on the inside of it, ignoring the trash in the front seat, you have leather trimmed, because it's leather panel and it's vinyl on the inner side. And then you have this interesting kind of Alcantara-like thing. We were told in our training that this is made from non-edible plant fiber material. I think because they were worried that if they said plant fiber material, people might want to eat it. I don't know. Anyways, so that's where this is, and then of course you have your touchscreen audio system that's famous from Honda. Now, one of the things you'll notice is it doesn't have a volume knob, and you also still have the lane watch camera on the right hand side of the mirror that's right over here. Now, the interesting thing about this is that this was designed at the same time as the 2016 Honda Civic, so they both have the same basic technologies as far as the touchscreen audio system without the volume knob, which Honda has since corrected. But one of the things you're going to notice about this also is what I think is a very cool front end to the car. So you're going to notice this is your daytime running light that goes all the way up around, and then this is your headlight. Let me actually turn it on for you, kind of see how cool it is. Now, I know most guys, you want to be able to be appealing to the ladies out there, or the guys out there, whatever. I'm not judgmental. The interesting thing about this is that it mostly attracts Little kids. They think it looks like a spaceship, and they think that you're a spaceman getting out of a spaceship. So, not exactly what I'm going for, but I think it looks cool, so it appeals to the kid in me. What's really nice is with the LED headlights, it really kind of cleans up the light at night when you're going around there. Now, of course, you also have the millimeter wave radar, and then up here, Matt. And then you have, of course, the camera at the very top, which means that it has Honda sensing, which is all of the active safety features with Honda. Turn that off because that's getting freaking annoying. But the cool part is, especially in the back seat, is like I said before. Let me actually show you the trunk first, and then I'll show you the back seat. Is the trunk has actual space for things, right? Then around the back, yeah, ignore all this. This is my kids. Kids. So you have a room for a back seat that actually fits people. I mean, and then of course there's little Honda touches like pockets for cell phones. Now, there are some problems that I would call Honda problems. And one of them is right here. So this is a 12 volt power outlet. So if you have pockets for cell phones on the back here and the back over here, you're encouraging people who have people in the back seat to use your cell phone pockets with actual cell phones. But then for charging, they give you one old-timey 12 volt power outlet. That's Honda for you. Every single Honda, no matter what, has at least one what the hell. So, excuse me. So as I get out of here, is the Honda Clarity electric perfect? No. I wish it had a little bit more range. I wish it had a few more design features that they had kind of not been too concerned about. Sorry. I wish they had done a few more design things with this to kind of clean it up and pretty it up a little bit more, to be able to appeal to more than just the under 10 crowd. And I wish they had inside had been a little bit more updated with, I really wish it had the infotainment system out of the new Honda Accord, which is, in my personal opinion, I've been in a lot of cars, and it's probably the best, even including some Highline stuff, even all the way up to, say, like BMW or Maserati or whatever. But overall, I think Honda achieved balance. I'm Zack the Car Guy.
Oh, and I'm Matt behind the camera.
And we're MZ Car Guys.